Marriage is a trap. I said what I said. And you heard me. Loud and clear. I don't even care. Marriage is a trap. Come at me with your, oh, it's a blessing if you find a good man.
Marriage is a trap. Would you say marriage is a trap for women? Or you would say marriage is a trap for women that did not find good men? Or you would say marriage is a trap generally for women. Either you're with a good man, you're with the wrong man. It's a trap. I really need to know your thoughts down in the comment section, because I found this video of a lady sharing and telling us that marriage is a trap for women. It's like a dangling, treasure, and like telling women, come and take this thing. When you take it, your life is better, your life is going to be rosy, you're going to be happy forever. This is what you need. And the moment you get it as a woman, you realize, this is all lies. Like, I'm not even happy like I'm supposed to. Like, I'm not even, you're drained. You're not even, it's the way they advertise it, it's not the way you see it. Anyways, I put some videos for you all to watch together. Is about marriage, and the lady was saying marriage is a trap. Another one was talking about how marriage did not benefit her while she was married, and how her husband left her, or how her husband immediately moved on after 2 months of them being separated. Let me roll this clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Marriage is a trap. I said what I said. And you heard me. Loud and clear. I don't even care. Marriage is a trap. Come at me with your, oh, it's a blessing if you find a good man, if you find a good partner. There are good men out there. Hell no. Hell no. It's a trap. It's this dangling carrot men hold in front of your face. There you go. Come on. Come on. If you get it, there are going to be benefits. And in order to get it, you have to go through hell. And then when you get it, nothing happens. It's a way for men to use women's labor. Yeah, I said it. Because how else are they going to use us? How else? By manipulating us to think that, oh, if we get married, they're going to be committed to us. If we get married, they're going to do this and that. None of those will happen, ever. It's a trap. So I'm currently at the gym, and 3, not 1, not 2, 3 married men have already asked me out for a drink. They know that I know that they're married. So if you're one of those girls sitting at home moping about and being miserable on how you haven't met your person and how you're missing out and how you're not married and everyone else is married and have found the love of their lives, this is probably you in the future. I'm sorry, but this is you in the future. Most probably, 90%. You're just sitting at home, chilling, and suddenly your husband decides he wants to be healthy and then starts going to the gym. And you're thinking with yourself, he's old, because they're all older guys. He's old, doesn't have any hair, has a beer belly, nobody's gonna want him. And he starts asking out girls 20 years younger than him at the gym. So enjoy being single. What you're missing out is being single and enjoying your own company without having to worry about your husband being out and about, just flirting with girls and asking out girls shamelessly. Not even in a like covert way, openly. Sure, I'm married. And so enjoy being single. have a hell of a time, as this soon will be over.
So I just watched a video of a woman talking about her ex-husband and how replaceable women are for men. And I can attest to this. It's crazy. So in my youth, I was raised by the patriarchy, as most of us women are. It wasn't until much later that I understood my worth, but we'll get to that later. So being married, I did everything. I cooked, I cleaned, I set up events, I had the friends, I made the dates. I did everything for this man. Everything. And anytime I asked for help, there was always backlash and an argument. It was a manipulative tactic, and eventually it got into fear tactics, if you know what I'm saying. There was a time where I had this really great job, and then he convinced me to quit it, and then got mad when I was not bringing any money when he asked me to quit my job. There was a point where our money was combined, but we would get allowances every month or week so that I could spend my own money. It was so nuts. Meanwhile, this man's setting up his studio in our house, spending money galore. Our expenses are crazy. Crazy, and that's not for me, because I have anxiety now about spending money because of his manipulative tactic. So to say that the man benefits more than the woman, 100%. I was losing my hair out of anxiety. I was walking on eggshells around this man. When I finally decided to end the marriage, and this is after months of fighting through therapy, we really tried. He grew up in a religious household, so divorce was not really in the picture, but it was in the picture for us. So I finally am like, all right, I'm done with this. This is so toxic. I cannot do this mentally. I'm very ill. Finally, I put myself into therapy because I felt like I was a crazy person, but it was really a narcissist manipulation tactic, right? So get out of the marriage. A month out of that, he already has a new girlfriend. Trades in one for the other, right? This person has a rough background, so she's can put up with his BS. I'm learning my own worth at this point, and which is why I'm finally I'm done. I can't be in this. I cannot be in this for years and years and years with a person who doesn't even value me as a person. There's no way. That's clearly, you need somebody else for that. But it's not going to be me, and I feel so bad for this woman. Because that just shows her walk in life, right? A month into us separating, the divorce papers haven't even been drafted yet. 2 months later, he already has this woman pregnant. If it's not, they're not married yet. Even to this day, this was 4 or 5 years later. They're not married. Nope, but I bet you he's dangling that carrot. Because he wants to keep her, right? And that's an interesting space to be in. Now you have kids, and you're dangling the carrot of marriage to get her to stay. Manipulation, right? And I asked him before we signed the divorce papers, and I never talked to him again. Why did you ask me to get married? Why did you want to marry me? It's such a weird thing for someone just to want and to push. Why? And he was like, oh, I don't know. He knew that he wanted me to take care of him. He had severe mother trauma. He wanted someone to take care of him, do everything for him, and he wanted someone he thought he could manipulate. And early on in our dating, yeah, I was a little bit more malleable. But as we got older and I had to fight for my literal well-being and health, that was not the same woman, and he needed to trade me out. So it's interesting how it benefits men over women. I don't know if I'll ever get married again. I would sign a prenup. I would do a prenuptial agreement with my long-term partner. I don't know if I would ever get legally married, because there's just something that switches in the male brain afterwards where they just feel very entitled to that person, when they already feel territorial when you're dating them. So then having that legal document, because literally literally in the subconscious of every male. Back in the day before women had rights, a marriage document was that you were their property.
Sure.
It literally was. So I'm good on that. I am a feminine woman ready for my masculine man, but I do not need to have a marriage document in order to prove that. So there's that. And I just am so grateful that more women are becoming aware of their worth and their power, because hopefully that will help fight the patriarchal indoctrination of how men treat women. That's my TED Talk.
Wait. So you're telling me that men for centuries have pushed this narrative that women have forced them into commitment, marriage, and relationship because due to their nature, they're supposed to be polygamous. They cannot stay loyal to one woman only. They need to make babies with women all around the world, several hundreds. And yet, when a woman says she doesn't want commitment, marriage, or a relationship, every man on planet Earth is like, why though? You should all want marriages and make families and make babies and serve us. You're just bitter and sad. It's because you haven't found a man. It's because you're incapable. It's because you're a lesbian. Have fun dying alone with your cats. Which, by the way, don't threaten me with a good time. I would love to die alone with several cats and several dogs. But I thought you all didn't want commitment. I thought we women forced you into marriages. What happened? So basically what you're telling us is you want women to beg for your commitment. And then when you reluctantly accept the commitment, blame women for accepting getting into a marriage, and then sucking the life out of her, using her labor for free without paying for anything. And then in 20 years, when she's all nice and dry, you go find her replacement, 20 years younger. I have news for you. Women don't give a fuck about y'all anymore. We don't. We don't want your commitment. We don't want to get into marriage with you. We don't want to have anything to do with your dusty, short, receding hairline, no money, below average, cheating, lying asses. In fact, you're dismissed. Adios.
When a woman is done with probably she's done at a college, I'll say university, where I'm from, it's college I think. So when she's done with that, the next conversation you're going to be having left and right is, when are you getting married? When are you going to bring your husband? Where is your boyfriend? And the thing is that before then, you're not allowed to have boyfriend, because you cannot even tell your parents that you have boyfriend while you're in school, or you're in secondary school, high school. You can't tell them you have a boyfriend. They don't want you to get close to a man, right? But immediately you're finished with your school, the next conversation is, when are you getting married? There is no conversation of how marriage is. There is no conversation of the reality of marriage. They don't have conversations like that to their daughters. They don't have conversations of what to expect when you get married. They don't have conversations on how to pick the right person for you. They don't have conversations of red flags to watch out for, even when you're dating somebody before you get married. They don't have conversations of the kind of family. Sometimes they tell you the kind of family you should marry from. Some parents tell you the kind of family you should marry from. They might tell you, oh, don't marry a person from this particular background. But they will not tell you the person individually that you're marrying, the things to look out for, the things not to. Their own is, when are you getting married? When are you going to bring a man home? Or this. These are the kind of, conversations they keep pushing on women or ladies after they get to a certain age. So when you've got a certain age, everybody around you, even on social media, you can just sit down and post a fine picture, and the next thing is, when are you getting married? Like, everybody's talking about when you're getting married, marriage, as if you, as you're living like that because you're not married, your life is not complete. They make you look like if you're not married as a woman at a certain age, you're doing it all wrong. You're not doing the right thing. You're supposed to get married. And they now start telling you that they're advising you to get married young so that you can have all your children at once and get it done with. Then you can now start enjoying your life. They tell you that if men are coming now and you kind of push them away because you feel like you've not found a perfect man, you might eventually not see any man when you get to a certain age. They make you look like you don't have to overlook, or they kind of advise you to settle for who is in front of you. They kind of advise you to settle for whatever boy or whatever guy is asking you out and wants to get married to you now, even if it's not all you want from a man, because is available and you're at a certain age that you have to just do this, because as a woman, a joy of you enjoying yourself as a woman is having children and getting married. But then a lot of women fall into this trap and, decide to do this marriage thing and are coming out to say marriage is a trap. Because why women will come out to say marriage is a trap is because the kind of advertisements that was brought out, or the kind of advertisement that people paint when it comes to marriage, is not what is actually in the marriage. And that's why I said earlier on that parents or people around you will come and tell you, get married, because that is the only thing that is going to make you fulfilled or make you happy as a person. But they will not tell you what to expect in marriage. They will not tell you the reality of marriage. So you are going in blindly. You don't even know what to expect. You don't know anything. But what is your mind is happily ever after kind of scenario, what you see in the movies. Because in the movies, you see once they get married, things are perfect. They have children and everything is just perfect. That is what the kind of pains marriage, and that is what you feel like you're going to see when you get into marriage. And when you now enter inside, that's when you now realize that so this is all actually a scam. This is actually a trap for we women, because eventually you will now see that the things that you're actually running away from, some people will say, oh, they want to leave their parents' house because they want to be a madam, they want to leave the house, they don't want to be doing house chores anymore, they clean the house so much, their parents or their mom disturb them to clean the house. You realize that the house chores you're running away from while you're in your parents' house, you come and meet it with full chest, because you are not going to be the one that is going to be taking care of almost everything in the house. You're going to be the one to be cooking and the cleaning. You're going to be the one to do literally everything, right? And when it comes to other things, you feel like you have to endure so many things. You feel like you see that you have to, tolerate a lot of things that you don't even expect. And you now realize that getting into it and getting out, they are two different things. It might be easier to get into, but difficult to get out. That is why you see a lot of women will still stay inside, even knowing that they are not benefiting anything from there, even though knowing they're quite all right, that they are inside a trap, even though knowing that they are not actually happy, they will still stay there because they can't come out. Okay, they can't just come out easily like they went in easily. What is your take? Would you say marriage is a trap or not? Do you think that the advertisement that was done for marriage for ladies is what exactly they find in a marriage? I would tell you no. The kind of adverts that they picture, or the kind of ways that they kind of tell us how marriage is supposed to be, that is not what you're going to see when you get married. You're going to see a different kind of thing. And that is why you'll see most women are coming out to really tell us the reality of what they're facing. And a lot of women can relate and tell her, oh, I get it. Yeah, exactly what I'm facing. Because that is not what was preached. And that is exactly what's happening to motherhood, childbirth, and all of that. They make you they just tell you, just give birth to all your children and you'll be happy. Everything is going to be fine. You're going to, live happily ever after. Or after you've given birth to 3 children at once, you can now start enjoying yourself. You can now start traveling the world. When you start having 1 or 2, that's when you realize that you are actually trapped, because there is no freedom anymore. You've had them already. For you to get that freedom, it will take you another years and years and years. And they will not tell you what you're going to expect in pregnancy. Most of this person will not tell you what you're going to expect when you want to put to bed. They will not tell you the reality of how your partner is going to change after childbirth. A lot of things they don't actually say all those things. I feel like when it comes to marriage and advising ladies to get married, most people don't tell you what to really, as in the real reality of it. That is why when most people enter, they see it as a trap, and they see it as I was all light. So what is your take on today's video? Do you think marriage is a trap? Let me know down in the comment section respectfully. And thank you all so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And please turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified once I upload another interesting video like this one. And of course, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.